Hello. President Biden has quit his re-election bid for the White House after a disastrous debate and numerous gaffes. In addition, the assassination attempt of Donald Trump, who is also seeking re-election, made him increasingly unpopular and unlikely to win the presidential race. A growing number of Democratic figures shared their concern over these events, and later their European counterparts began voicing the same sentiment. After the presidential debate, former Italian Prime Minister Matteo Renzi, a liberal and great supporter of the Democratic Party, put it bluntly, saying that Joe Biden can't do it. German Christian Democrat foreign policy specialist Norbert Röttgen said this night will not be forgotten, and the Democrats have to rethink their choices now, and Germany must prepare at full speed for an uncertain future. If we do not take responsibility for European security now, no one will. And the Polish Minister of Foreign Affairs, Radek Sikorski, gave an opinion wrapped in a historic example. Marcus Aurelius was a great emperor, but he screwed up his succession by passing the baton to his feckless son Commodus, he from the Gladiator, whose disastrous rule started Rome's decline. It's important to manage one's ride into the sunset. Although European politicians refrain from commenting on American affairs, this case made it unavoidable. Americans have great influence on us. When America sneezes, the world catches a cold, and Europe is pneumatic. As much as I dislike the importing of God-forsaken social and political trends into our continent from America, I have too often bite my tongue, because many European politicians and influencers seem to think it's a good idea to do that. Me, being a member of the minority, unfortunately must succumb and carefully join in on this foolishness. Europeans are still reliant on American protection. We are influenced by the lobbying of greedy American corporations, as well as our own, of course. Those are the types of things that we have mistakenly taken for granted. Instead of building ourselves up fully, we have let foreign entities come in and build parts of ours that were missing. Something that I am grateful, obviously, as we all should be. Thank God for America. But we should have taken the reins off for ourselves a while ago. And now that Americans of both sides, and mostly conservatives, are changing their minds about protecting us and the world when we most need them, we are naturally mortified of the consequences of that. We wouldn't have been if we weren't careful. We can get in charge and shove as much money as possible down the throats of our military industry. However, we are running into a classic case of history called bad timing, or too little too late. We have now decided to get active with our future as soon as the Americans lost interest in us. Instead of following the golden lesson in history, expect the best, prepare for the worst. That lesson can be applied to all nations in various aspects, otherwise we wouldn't be living in the world that we live in today. With Kamala Harris being the most likely Democrat candidate, Europeans are somewhat relieved, yet we don't know enough about her. We are told that she is likable and reasonable in comparison with Donald Trump, but that's about it. However, even if we learn about her and see that she can bring good, positive things for our transatlantic relationship, we cannot and should not be relaxed. We must continue pushing to build a replacement for what can and might happen one day. A united yet sole front against our enemies, without the help of our allies. We must prepare for the worst. We must build a united, independent European battlefront by Europeans for Europeans. And with that thought, I will leave you alone for now. Goodbye.